Who's ready for a trip to Wembley? It's going to be a bit awkward on social media and on the motorway service stations because both halves of Manchester are on their way to London for the same game. Manchester City's Premier League title fight has fallen off, but they're still very much in the hunt for the FA Cup, and we would very much like to stop them from being able to win it. We've got players that are tired from our recent run of Premier League fixtures. They do too. We shall wait and see as to whether we can get ourselves to the final to go back to Wembley once again. The lead at the top of the table is 10 points with 15 available. If, it's a big if, we get the results against Leicester and against Arsenal as well. If we win both of those games, then we win the title at home against Arsenal, because there'd only be 9 points available and Tottenham would be at least 10 points behind. So we could seal an FA Cup final spot today and also win the league. It would be... Oh, actually, look at that. We couldn't necessarily win the league because we have Manchester City left to play and they've returned to the title fight. So, no, I could, yeah, because there's still 10 points behind. My brain was thinking because we've still got them to play, but they're going to be one of these last three. So it's the case is still the same. Beat City within the FA Cup final, obviously. Beat Leicester and beat Arsenal, and we've won the league before we even play Manchester City at the beginning of tomorrow's episode as well. Okay, good. Decision made. Scenario set. Let's go and see it through. Objectives. Dribble successes to go to. Half of Manchester in one end of the ground. Half of Manchester at the other end of the ground. With one trophy to be played for. But this is only the semi. We need to win this, and then we need to win at Wembley again. Sheldra, out-muscled by Edi Militao. Phil Foden to Erling Haaland quickly. Good footwork from him. Foden's back in. Good tackle by Eric Garcia. That was particularly important. City's front line is so good. Because their left-hand side of their defence is, in theory, weaker than the rest of it, I am going to try and press down this left-hand side and hope that the majority of the play comes through Osimhen on this side of the pitch. But we've had no real opportunities other than the corner that didn't come to anything to have a chance on goal. City have had a chance on goal and they've scored it too. We are behind at Wembley. Sheldra, Osimhen to me. Give that back to Osimhen. Can maybe come through that gap to me again. Has done. I've got not really any support, so I'll do that is what I'll do. Wow! Stunner! Manchester United fire back at Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. We'll watch that one again, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. That was an absolute stormer. No other options but to have a go. So I had a go. 24.9 yards out. We did that in the episode before yesterday as well, didn't we? Very, very similar goal. We'll take it. Thank you very much. We're level at Wembley, and in quite some fashion. Merlin to Foden, given away. And Manchester City having a wobble in the FA Cup, the same way they had a wobble in the Premier League. They recovered from their Premier League wobble to find themselves second in the table once again, but by having that wobble, they're now 10 points off us. If they have a wobble here, they'll be out of this competition as well. Frenkie de Jong with the ball out wide, but it's poor. Caicedo is equally as poor, and the pressure for City will continue. Pedro Gonçalves. Caicedo. Well, it was Caicedo, actually. It was Kabori he was trying to find, though. Sheldrup finds me. I'll turn, and then I'll lift it, looking for Osimhen in behind, because I have faith he'll get there ahead of the man, which he did do, but he was just offside. Kabori into Gavi. Short there to Frenkie, and Gavi again. And Frenkie de Jong. Short to Gavi. Out wide, Gonçalves. All picked off by one defender. Flies straight back to Gavi, and it's going to cost us. Frenkie gives City the lead again. Mistake from the defender, and it's punished. That's poor here. Great interception, but Eric Garcia's kicked it straight back to Manchester City. Missed interception in the middle from Domingos Duarte as well to add insult to injury. And Frenkie slams it home. Okay, I'm just going to have to score another worldie then, aren't I, really? Although I take a scrappy one. I take anything to equalise here. Frenkie de Jong's first goal in the FA Cup. What's him into me? We could do it again. We won't. Went for the ball, missed it. Frenkie de Jong spreads the play. Less than half an hour to go. And we're still behind here. And you feel like we won't get as big a gift in this game as we did against Everton yesterday to make it 2-2 late on in the day. Tchouaméni to Gavi. Tchouaméni again. Gavi again. We've had to rely on extra time in each of the previous 2 rounds of the FA Cup. And on one of those occasions, it went all the way to penalties. Gonçalves, Gavi, 3-1 City. I think we're going to get to the semi-finals, and that's as far as we go. Just like the Champions League last season. Gutting. Osimhen finds me. Oh, Militao's just too strong. Outmuscles me off the ball. And the attack comes to a close. Just as our FA Cup journey might well be coming to a close. We could still win the Premier League today. Which would obviously be a massive achievement. But to achieve the Premier League victory at the same time as going out to the semi-finals of the FA Cup would taint it slightly. Certainly. But if there was one you'd rather win, it would be the Premier League over the FA Cup. For obvious reasons. But you'd like to win both. If Osimhen can find a goal here, then maybe we're still alive. With 7 minutes to go, it's 3-2 at Wembley. Cross into Issa Kabore and forward. Down the line to Pedro Gonçalves. We need to get the ball off them and up the other end. ASAP Rocky. Can we get it off them? Yes. Can we get it up the other end? Maybe. Ike Bravo is on for Sheldrup. Osimhen could play me over the top and he didn't. Oh, I would have been in. I would have been in. I would have been in. Ike Bravo. Can we please? Oh! Yes! 3-3! Unbelievable! A comeback of Wembley proportions in the FA Cup semi-final. It will be extra time again. And this time, we're very pleased about that. 2-goal lead against Burnley, wiped out, extra time. 2-goal lead against Chelsea, wiped out, extra time. 2-goal deficit against City, wiped out, extra time. Give me 30 more minutes. Aston Villa have made it to the final with a 2-1 win over Nottingham Forest. So it will be the villains that end up the opposition for one of these 2 Manchester sides. But which is it to be? 30 more minutes may well find out. Or it'll be penalties. The manager has just taken Osimhen off, though. Which makes me rather annoyed. We've gone to a 4-2-4 now. Shola Shoretire is up top alongside me. Ike Bravo's on the left. And Parisi, the fullback, is on the right. With Richie McTominay in the middle. Caicedo, Gonzalez now at left centre-back. Garcia and Buckley, the back 4. Well, Osimhen is the reason why we're here in extra time, but he will not have the opportunity to potentially grab himself a hat-trick and bring us back to Wembley again. But maybe he's had his say on the game, and now it's someone else's turn to make themselves a hero in a Manchester United shirt. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Edison in a Manchester City shirt. Brilliant save. That was the moment, surely, to take the lead. Ball delivered in. Cleared away by Ramirez. I'm going to have to chase after this. I've won it well. I'll get it to a teammate. Caicedo. McTominay. Buckley has the option down the line. McTominay finds Parisi. Parisi finds Shola Shoretire. He's in the box. He's looked to square it rather than shoot. It's still 3-3. I can't believe he's not had a go at least. Osimhen would have. Just saying. Edwards and Frenkie de Jong starting to build. Chavez is on for McTominay. Chavez, a player that has never played for us before and he's 73 rated. So why he's come on for the last 15 minutes of an FA Cup semi-final in extra time, I'm not entirely too sure. But we've got rid of that header, thankfully, and Shoretire clears that one as well. I've got barely any stamina left, so I'm just going to try and run towards the corner and hope that teammates catch up. and I've got some support to play to. I do. There's the fresh legs of Tim. Ike Bravo into the cheese. Yes! Hero stuff! From 3-1 down to 4-3 up at Wembley in extra time. Mad celebrations in front of the City fans, no less. McTominay's giving it the big un. Unbelievable! Can't quite imagine what it would be like if this were to happen in real life. It would be one of the biggest Wembley games of all time. Victor Osimhen with the 91st minute equaliser. And then 114th minute potential winner from your big red-headed hero. 6 minutes for City to turn it round. This is outrageous. I can't quite believe it's happening. We may yet be back to Wembley for an FA Cup final a little bit later on in the season. We could end up winning the Premier League today. We could also end up coming back to Wembley for a one-off, as it would be. Premier League... No, not Premier League. FA Cup final. No! No! David De Gea! Get out! Edison's up. Keeper's up, unsurprisingly. Get rid! Get to it! Get rid! Soritire knocks it down to Caicedo. We take the advantage for the foul. Get rid of it! Ref, please. Win that header. Yeah! FA Cup final. Here we come. We'll have a one-off special at the end of the season in the suit. I can't quite believe it. That's just game one. We've got to go and play 2 more now. Beat Leicester and beat Arsenal. Not only do we have that comeback in the FA Cup, but we could still win the Premier League today. I want to soak in those scenes, but at the same time, I want to try and get towards the Leicester and Arsenal games. Desperate to try and... Oh, can't believe it. Desperate to try and win the Premier League as well. 2 goals and 2 assists for me in that game. And only an 8.2. Are you sure? An 8.2. That's one of the most insane comebacks we've ever had in any episode of any season of any save ever. It will be Aston Villa we face in the FA Cup final at the end of the year. Outrageous stuff in the FA Cup. That's why the FA Cup is the best domestic cup competition on the planet. Oh, we'll have a quick train to get ourselves back in the starting lineup, and we'll go, hopefully, on to beat Leicester. Right, possession or 3 shots on target. You know which one I'm going to take. Then, now, and forever, said the banner for Leicester. I dare say we're going to remember that comeback in the FA Cup semi-final in this My Player. Then, now, and forever. And if we do the double with it as well, it'll be even bigger. Osimhen just muscled off the ball there. And, unfortunately, it leads to a goal kick as well. McTominay to Richie, driven to me, out to Anthony with space to get into as well. Speaking of space to get into, how's that? Oh, what a save! Osimhen's underneath it and squeezes it home from close range and the tightest of angles. Our FA Cup hero to get us to extra time in the first place gets us going much earlier than the 91st minute this time. Victor Osimhen helped us take one more giant step towards the Premier League title from a very narrow angle. Mendy can't keep it out. Probably, Jesus, crushed his nuts on the post by the looks of things as well. What a header. What's Mendy here? Not even worth thinking about, is it? Mateus Fernandes. Nezevic. He's offside there, isn't he, Ferland Mendy? No, play continues. Inside to Farias, and no equalising goal. Big save by David De Gea, and Caicedo will get the ball away eventually after completely sending the Leicester man that was closing him down. It's a lovely ball. He could play me in, although their number 4 has noted my run. I'll loiter. I'm making a habit of doing this, but I've not done it again. Fisher floated across. Duarte in the way. McTominay to Sheldon. We have the scoreline we need at the minute to put us within 3 points of a Premier League title. we could win it against Arsenal as well, and that would be fantastic for Man United fans. To knock City out in the FA Cup semi-finals in that fashion, and then to beat Arsenal to win the Premier League at home would be huge. We're winning at half-time against Leicester. We need to see that through. Good header. Gonzalez. Ritchie. McTominay. He's got Sheldrup there. He's got Anthony there. Go on! Oh, it's moving away from the keeper the whole time. Edouard Mendy again denying us that second goal to ensure that we continually don't know if we're going to win or not. If we can get that second goal, then you'd say it's game over. Domingos Duarte tries on the volley. It'll come back out here to Anthony. Shoot! Good save. It won't fall free to a Manchester United man. 5 minutes to go. It's still 1-0. It's all right for now, but it is nervy. They got anything left to play for this season, Leicester City? I don't know. Not at this stage. I don't think so. But still, you don't want to just accept a 1-0 home defeat when you absolutely could try and turn it and get it into a point for them. But they haven't done that. Osimhen's early goal from the tight angle is what gives us 3 points and puts us within 1 game of the Premier League title. We just need to beat Arsenal at home next. And it's done and dusted. Spurs have drawn. Spurs have drawn on their match day 35. They've already played it and they've drawn it. So they're 9 points behind with only 9 points available. So to ensure that Spurs don't win the title, I only need a point. However, Manchester City are still on 34. They still have 12 points available. They can still get to 82 points. But we know if we beat Arsenal now at home, that is us with the league title. So, let's go and do it, shall we? Arsenal only on 41 points. We know how poor this Arsenal squad has been for a number of saves, a number of seasons in this save. Everybody's at full fitness. Everybody's ready and raring to go. Let's go and win the Prem. Dribble success rate is the obvious. And we do, although we do want to ensure we get the enhanced target of a win. We will only need a point, though, if Manchester City draw today. I don't know if they're playing at the same time as us. If they aren't, then we will not know for sure whether we've won the Premier League or not if we do get a point until they've played their match day 35. But I would love to win this game and lift the trophy here against Arsenal. An Arsenal that has not just fallen off the cliff. They've fallen off the cliff and then sunk to the bottom of the ocean as well. This Arsenal team is nowhere near anything of any real quality at all. I'll show you it here. Esposito, Kozia Dubry, Cowell, Vimmer, Kamara, Diambu, Oliveira, Mancini, Ahmed Hodic, Gomez and Emi Martinez. It's just not great at all. They've fallen off, Arsenal. They're nothing more than a mid-table team now in this save. For a couple of seasons in real life, that's all they were as well, but they had the better players to be finishing higher. Now they are, obviously, top of the Premier League. Like we say, we'll keep our eyes top right for Manchester City scoreline updates if they're playing today. We'll find out at half-time if they are or not, because it will show us all of the other results from around the grounds. But that other result doesn't matter if we just do our job here and win this one. Buckley. It's loose. Arsenal in possession again. There's been minimal action, if any, to bring to you so far from this game. We're half an hour in, and it is a very nervy tie. With so much on the line, we're not playing anywhere near our best. That said, Anthony could have played me through there with a nice little back heel, but it didn't quite come off. Might have been the immediate response we were asking for as soon as we started this highlight. As it happens, Arsenal are on the counter-attack now, and if they score, it won't be what we want from this first highlight. If nothing happens, it won't even be a highlight. Diambu, back to Sebastiano Esposito. Kamara. It's a nice 1-2. Patrick Vimmer with the extra pass. Vimmer, of course, our former player from last season. Our former right-sided midfielder. There's been dick all happen in this game so far, if I'm completely honest with you. The ball's flowing from end to end, but only ending up in whichever team is in possession, gifting it to the opposition. Hopefully, we can still end this first half with a positive. I'm in here. Sheldrick's making a run, but I just don't have the angle to find him. McTominay can, however. Andreas Sheldrick tried to burst past his man. It was worth a go. We win that header. Oh, that hit my arm, didn't it? Christ, I was trying to chest it down and then volley it. And my guy's just gone, I'll wave a hand at it. Don't do that, mate! It's going to be 0-0 at half-time. It's going to be typically an absolutely dud game when there's the Premier League title on the line. We're not necessarily winning it in style here. And at the minute, we're not necessarily winning it either. Drawing at 0-0, though, we will be winning it if Manchester City are also drawing or losing on this particular match day. If they match our result, effectively, then we will win the title, because they'll stay 10 points behind. Arsenal with a corner in over the allotted stoppage time supposedly allowed. It is 0-0 at half-time. What is the City result? Show me what the Manchester City result is. As it stands around the grounds, in before they're not even playing today, as it stands around the grounds, it is 1-0 Leeds at Elland Road. Well, there's a giant rivalry between Leeds United and Manchester United, but at the minute, the Whites are doing the Reds a favour against the Blues. Going to keep a keen eye on the top right more so than I am the ball at the minute. Just trying to see if anything else happens in that Manchester City-Leeds game. City need 2 goals to keep the title hunt alive, of course. A draw isn't good enough for them. Osimhen's, well, he was in. It's the second time a teammate tried to play me with the back heel. It's the second time it hasn't bloody worked. Cozy Adubri. Through the gap. Lovely ball. Cowell tackled by Buckley. Cleared away. As far as we know, the point is still enough. Go on, Anthony. Get yourself in behind, pal. Or, you know, don't. I'm at risk of being subbed out. How anticlimactic would it be if I get subbed off in the game that sees us win the title? It would be the biggest bit of irony we've seen in the save for ages, because we've been by far the best striker on the planet for the past 4 seasons whilst not winning any trophies. And then we're going to win a trophy and I might not even be on the pitch to see the final whistle through in the game that seals it. Still no news about anything happening at Elland Road. Osimhen to me here. Sheldrick's going to make the run. I'll find him. We'll go again. Here's Richie. Richie from distance. Saved by Emi Martinez. Nice tackle. Come on then. Forward we come. Buckley into me. Looking for Sheldrick. Andreas. Takes too long. Anthony. Takes too long. McTominay. Sheldrick. Takes too long. Oh my God. This is painful. This is not the way to win a league title, is it? Win that header. Well up. He's only headed it straight to us. Don't sub me off. Don't sub me off. Don't sub me off. No! I'm being taken off. Oh, God. Oh. Adama Traore comes on for them. I've been taken off. Well, bugger. We'll watch the rest of the match because obviously we want to see the trophy lift at the end. Should it come? I almost want Arsenal to score now. Challenge from Osimhen, although an illegal one. Then they've given the ball away. Sheldrick looking to get away, but Mancini steps in. No further news yet about the City-Leeds game, so as far as we know, we're still winning the title right here, right now. Although, I'm going to be wearing a bib in the final scenes. Anthony, Richie, Sheldrick, Anthony. This is a hell of a move. Ike Bravo squares it. Osimhen header blocked by a defender. Why is Ike Bravo not shooting? Shitty gameplay. Oh my God. Why is he not shooting there? Oh, makes you want to pull your hair out. My voice is going. Sheldrick through the gap. Anthony bundled off it. Buckley, Sheldrick, Richie, McTominay. Richie, score now and all will be forgiven. Sheldrick, tackled. Well, we're going to draw 0-0. But the cheers have gone up. Let's wait and see what the cutscene is like. Have we won the Premier League? I don't know. Have we? It's hands on your knees time. The crowd are going mad. I presume we've won it. Everyone looks so sad and dejected. City must have turned it round then. But why are the fans going mad if the players don't look... I'm so confused. Everyone's just trudging off into the tunnel. Why are the fans going mad about a 0-0 draw then? We haven't won it. City must have turned it around. City must have turned it around. Surely. No, they lost. We've won the league and we've not lifted the trophy. What are you talking about? How is the trophy in the dress? Oh, because I wasn't on the pitch, that means I don't get the trophy lift celebration. Are you fucking sure, EA? Unbelievable. What a joke. Because I got subbed off, that means that we don't get to lift the trophy. But we can see it in the dressing room. Oh, good. Yay. Whoa. Well. We've won the league in the most anticlimactic way you could possibly imagine. From the high of highs at Wembley to the farce that is that. Unbelievable. And I still don't have enough to buy a bloody yacht. I can't believe that. I really can't believe it. Well, we are Premier League champions. We've won the trophy for the first, or won a trophy for the first time since season 3 at PSV. To confirm, 10 points clear of Spurs, 11 points clear of City, 9 points available. It's Manchester City we face next. Then, why is the FA Cup final before the end of the season? Oh, God. Washed game. Fine. 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 FA Cup final tomorrow. Oh, dearie me. And then I'll probably sit. I tell you what. I will quick sim this game against Manchester City, which we've won by 1-0 with me scoring the goal. And then tomorrow we will have a one-off special with me wearing the suit for the FA Cup final against Aston Villa. And then we will also sim the last Premier League games of the season as well and finish the season as a whole with a roundup as we normally would. So tomorrow will be the season finale, including an FA Cup final in the suit. And you wonder why you get career mode YouTubers complaining about the game. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. I apologise for the state of the game. Hopefully you're still entertained at the very least. I'll see you tomorrow.